Dr. John Fiegel, Naples Spaghetti House, the Miracle Field, Anthony Mining Company, the Village Sleep Center, Steve's Fish and Chips, Josephine's Carryout, Lancia Villa Royale, M&M Hardware, Cena Strength and Fitness, The Target Shop, Attorney Adam Martello, Signs Limited, Wintersville Trophy Shop, The Rink at Franciscan Square, Total Sports Connection, and Trinity Hertz Rental. Along with Steve Daly and Dan Vogel, I'm Jim DiCarlo as we get ready for a beautiful evening of football with the Crusaders hosting the Golden Bears. And we'd like to get to that pregame here with you, Steve. Pregame sponsored by Capital Recovery Systems as the Crusader Band is ready for the national anthem. So we're going to have to put a pause, Steve, for a sec.
Yep.
Okay, we're back after the Crusader Marching Band playing the national anthem. Pre-game brought to you by Capital Recovery Systems. One thing, Steve, the coin toss was won by the Crusaders and they deferred, so the Gumbar Heating and Cooling coin toss was won by Central, but they decided to play defense first. How about our pre-game?
All right. Starting off with Oak Glen first. Oak Glen enters tonight's contest at 0-5. Their losses have come to Weir High, who's currently 1-4 after their loss last night, 40-21. St. Mary's coming into the weekend was 1-3. Not sure what they did last night, 28-0. Edison, after their win last night, who's currently 6-1, 51-6. Toronto, after their win last night, they're currently 5-2, 53-13. Berkeley Springs, again, not sure what they did last night. They were 2-3 going into last night, and Oak Glen lost to them 27-12. So their opponents have a combined at least 16 wins against 12 losses. So they've played a very tough schedule up to this point. They average 10.4 points per game and give up an average of 39.8 points per game. They've struggled offensively this year through 5 games. They've only thrown for 97 yards. They have, however, accumulated 890 yards on the ground, led by Devin Juzak's 60 carries for 415 yards and 3 touchdowns. Josh Mayer's 47 carries for 216 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Evan Clouston's 35 carries for 201 yards and 1 touchdown. They run the ball on 88% of their plays. Their struggles offensively have really put a strain on their defense, as their defense has allowed 4 or more touchdowns in all 5 of their games up to this point. As far as the Steubenville Catholic Central Crusaders go, they entered tonight's contest at 5-1. Their lone loss came to Strasburg in Week 2, 34-19. Their 5 wins have come against Wellsville, 20-6. Bishop Rosecrans, 8-7. Ashtabula St. John, 13-6. Fairport Harbor Harding, 32-22. And last week against Weird Madonna, 48-0. Central enters tonight's game averaging 23.3 points per game. They've given up 12.5 points per game. However, they've really exploded offensively the last 2 weeks, scoring 80 combined in those 2 games. Last week versus Madonna, the offense accumulated over 400 yards 370 on the ground with 5 touchdowns, and the defense forced 4 turnovers. Jimmy Herndon finished with 14 carries for 193 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also had 6 yards receiving and a touchdown. Tommy Purgie added 18 carries for 86 yards and 2 touchdowns. 2 of Matthew Sprocka's 3 completions went for touchdowns. The defense held the Madonna offense to just 50 total yards and recorded 4 takeaways. Noah Huff and Johnny Kostecki each had an interception. For the season, the Crusaders have accumulated 1,596 yards of offense, 266 yards per game. 1,340 of those yards come on the ground on 215 run plays. They average 223.5 yards per game on the ground and 6.2 yards per rush. They've scored 16 rushing touchdowns. That ground game is led by number 3, senior Jimmy Herndon, who has 104 carries for 774 yards, 29 yards per game, and 7.4 yards per carry, and has scored 12 touchdowns. Number 18, senior Tommy Purgie, has 64 carries for 375 yards, 62.5 yards per game, and 5.9 yards per carry, and he scored 3 touchdowns. Through the air, number 12, junior Matthew Sprocka is 16 of 48 for 255 yards and a touchdown. Purgie is the leading receiver, having made half of those receptions at 8 for 147 yards and a touchdown. The defense is being led by Purgie with 44 total tackles. Number 72, senior Peyton Roush with 41. Number 5, senior Noah Huff with 41. And number 20, sophomore Kyron Busick with 40. The Crusaders have recorded 13 sacks, with Roush leading the way with 9. As far as this matchup is concerned, I hate to say this for Oak Glen Golden Bears, but they could be in for a long night with these Crusaders. The Crusader defense has proven to be stingy all year long, including against some very high-powered offenses. Oak Glen has struggled to put things together offensively. On the flip side, the Crusader offense has exploded the last 2 weeks. I really feel that we're going to see these trends continue for the Crusaders tonight. So the question is, can the Oak Glen defense slow down the Central offense, specifically the run game? And can the Oak Glen offense shorten the game by sustaining drives to keep the Crusader offense off the field? I really see this as the only possibility or possible path to a Golden Bear win. If they can do that, I see Catholic Central potentially, if they can't do that, I see Catholic Central potentially winning in runaway fashion, because I'm not sure if Oak Glen has enough firepower to win in a shootout. And again, just like last night, Coach, we're not going to know that for sure until we tee things up and get things underway, but we should have a pretty good idea by the end of the first quarter, first half for sure. But if I were a betting man, which I'm not, I would say my money would be with the Crusaders tonight.
Thank you, Steve, for that great pregame Capital Recovery System pregame. Oak Glen, the bigger school, but they've struggled here in the last few years. Crusaders on a roll. They didn't get much help last night. Only one of their defeated opponents won, so they slipped down to 3rd in their region as we speak right now. And without Oak Glen having any wins, this isn't a big point total for the Crusaders. Their big games will be coming up if things go as we expect tonight in the next 3 weekends, starting with Wheeling Central next week and a very good Connaughton Valley team the week after. Your officials for tonight, hopefully we don't mispronounce any of their names. The referee is Steve Famoso. Umpire Bruce Dunn from Shadyside. Line judge Kelly Ryan from St. Clairsville. Lineman John Prolensky. Hope I didn't mess that up. And the back judge is Mike Herrick, I'm presuming Jr., okay? Mike Herrick Jr.
I'm not sure, yeah.
Okay. So we got about 7 minutes before kickoff. The Crusaders won the Gumbar Heating and Cooling coin toss, but deferred. And so Oak Glen will get the football first. During the course of the evening, we'll be giving you college football scores. Believe it or not, late 3rd quarter, Vanderbilt's leading Alabama 30-28 now, as it's a barn burner there. The Buckeyes won. The Indians won today, and I hear the Mets, the Bill Davis amazing Mets, are winning late in that contest. So with that, we're going to take a Mario's Italian Restaurant timeout, and we'll be back for the Eric Timmons opening kickoff right after these commercials.
Commissioner Eric Timmons, what does sports means to the Ohio Valley?
Hi, I'm Commissioner Eric Timmons. I'm passionate about local sports and I support our youth in their endeavors. Good luck to all area teams this season.
Valley Converting, located in Toronto, Ohio, purchases paper products from the public daily. Valley Converting is a manufacturer and converter of 100% recycled paperboard. For information or questions about Valley Converting products and services, contact them at 740-537-2152. Valley Converting is located on South 4th Street in Toronto, Ohio. Take your paper recyclables to them and convert them into cash. Valley Converting is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
When you need electrical work, get it done right by the most qualified electrical contractors and tradesmen around. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. IBEW 246, trained to electrify.
Ohio Valley Sports Online would like to thank one of our great sponsors, Capital Recovery Systems. Capital Recovery Systems is home of the no-cost court collections program. Capital Recovery Systems is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
Halftime is sponsored by Berryman Chemicals in memory of Eleanor and Douglas Red Naylor, supporting area youth since 1960 through academic and sports scholarships, mentorship, and community spirit. Good luck to all area teams from Berryman Chemicals.
All right, we're back. Steve, how about some of the key players here? The Cedar One, we don't have exact starting lineups, but your best...
Well, I mean, for the Crusaders, naturally, Jimmy Herndon, Tommy Purgie offensively. On the ground, we know Tommy Purgie is going to be the key receiver that Matthew Sprocka is going to look for. Defensively for the Crusaders, though, been really impressed with Peyton Roush, the play of Camden Bradley, as well as the young sophomore linebacker, Connor Music. But they've had guys that have stood out all year defensively for them. Crusaders play great, very sound defense, get to the ball. For Oak Glen, okay, we're going to look for, I believe it's Logan Murray. I think I had the run stats over here. No, Devin Juzak, Josh Mayer, and Evan Clouston. So I'm just trying to highlight those numbers right now. Evan Clouston's number 36. Juzak is number 23. And Josh Mayer, number 5. So some guys we're going to look for tonight. And again, Oak Glen runs a,
And it's just no sugar at home.
People